Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've started recording.
We can say that American language is a low language and British accent is a high, because we can see in the officials, in the court, in the dictionaries, we can
Hmm.
see the British language over
But
there,
for
the words over there.
Americans, they have their own high and low variety within American variety. Isn't it like
But they
that?
don't follow the rules. No, like they don't follow the grammatical
They
rules.
follow the
Americans don't.
rules. That is what
They're
we
in
think that they don't. They follow the rules. They have their
No,
own
ma'am.
rules.
Actually, I have stayed among these people. I know, like, they don't use the grammar in their language very frequently as the Britishers do. I have lived among them. Like, they don't follow the grammatical rules. They don't care, like they're using did with the second form of verb or with the first form of verb. This they go and speak on. But the Britishers do follow this thing.
This is their low variety. This is their variety.
Yes, this
American
is the
would
high.
not writing this is their low variety. Americans low variety is the variety which they use in usual conversation, in everyday conversation. This is the low variety. In high variety, if you search, you have in American, you have dictionary in American variety. You have spellings.
Probably yes.
They have different spellings. They have different grammars. Yes,
Fine.
who's saying this?
Ma'am, ma'am, could I add a couple of words?
Yes, please,
Ma'am,
one at one time. Yes, yes, yes.
ma'am, ma'am, could I add a couple of words,
Yes,
if you
yes,
allow
please.
me? All right. First of all, her question is like ambiguous. Her question is not right because she talks about accent. Accent is something different. The way she's talking about the language, that is not accent, that is basically dialect.
Hmm.
Because accent only refers to pronunciation, taking into account George Yule, the study of language, chapter number 20. Giving the information or the answer from him, basically accent is something different. The way she's talking about American language, British language, that is basically not accent, that is particularly dialect, because
Hmm.
accent only deals with individual's person pronunciation, because accent is only limited to pronunciation. If we talk about dialect, dialect basically encompasses three things: grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. So we can
Yes.
see that basically accent lies or comes under the umbrella term of a dialect.
Hmm.
Fine. When we talk about, because I have written one book on American English, I've been working on that for a long time, particularly pronunciation. So
Hmm.
basically, when we talk about the standards of language, we have got two, particularly American, British, and apart from that, Australian, Canadian, rest of them come. But particularly, we have got two standards: American and British. Inside American English, basically, we have got two. One can be educated, one can be non-educated English. Fine. Apart from that, we have like a standard one inside America or US. We name it basically North American English, which is basically present. Its pronunciation or IPA is also present in the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, which like the recent edition. So basically, we have got the British one inside that, and apart from that, we have North American one. So inside even the American English, there are different varieties, and in that North American one is considered to be the standard one. So basically, American should be accepted as a standard, but as she searches accent, so accent does not mean what she's talking about. That is basically dialect, not accent at all, because accent only talks about pronunciation, and everyone has individual accent.
You're right, Fahim. But see,
Thank you.
I told her that if you it like your example just for the understanding is fine, but it does not apply here in our country. Reason because in American and British English is spoken in two different communities. In two different communities, right? We're talking about two different communities, right? These are two varieties. It's just like in when you say that in same community, two if I gave her an example that if you just want to suppose, it's just a supposition that there is a city where one is speaking English is the same language, is it? There are two varieties of that English language. Let's suppose British and It's just supposition. There is a country or there is a city where the community lives, and that community speaks two different um, uh, different varieties of the same language, that is English. Two different varieties, one is used for high variety, one is used for low variety. That is one for home domain they are using American, and for high, that is for courts, they are using British. But this is, in reality, this is not the case. I told her this just for her understanding that, how these varieties are happening in diglossia, because she has, I guess, Afshin, you are the person who texted me that you have not studied sociolinguistics, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So because there are students in the class who have not studied sociolinguistics at all. So for them we need to, make it easy for them to understand, though this situation does not apply here. However, I'll give you one example which would be applicable. For example, in India, there are states or there are places where they have their own Indian version of English. Do you know that? In world English is, you'll study at it,
Yes,
study it.
ma'am.
If you have
Indian
studied
accent.
Yes,
English, if you have
yes,
studied
ma'am.
world Englishes,
Yes,
or you
thank
will study world Englishes, you'll know that in India there are communities where they are speaking different languages. They can also speak their own languages, language, for example, Tamil or Punjabi, or there are so many languages that they speak, but their own communities speak different languages. However, there is, within English, they have their own Indian version of it, and there is this one other version which is the higher variety of English, which has some association with British, because we were a colony, and because of that, it's not American but British English. Now we are not concerned with whether it was British variety or whatever, but according to that community, within that community, or Indian community, within that community, they are using two different varieties of English. One is Indian variety and one is the high variety. That Indian variety is used in everyday conversation, in marketplaces, when they are communicating with their kids, sometime when they are communicating with other people, when they go to other places, they use that variety. Are you getting my point? They use that Indian variety. However, when they are writing, when they are using when they are writing something, when they are writing research papers, when they are using that conversation in schools, they use the other variety, that is the high variety of English. That is diclosic situation. That is diglossia. Are you clear about
Ma'am,
diglossia now?
Yes,
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 ma'am.
yes.
But I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Okay, it is in American context. The Americans, they consider their English as the superior or the higher quality,
Yes.
higher variety. But as we all know that there are different varieties are used. For example, there is a standard American English and there is the Blake vernacular, etc.
Yes.
Is that like diglosic situation? If it is the diglosic
Exactly.
situation,
Yes. Yes.
so then I have another question. Then what is the main difference between diglossia and social dialect, man?
See, dialect is the part of, see, dialect is, it can vary from community to community. So for example, we can say that here in Peshawar, in right this region, we have diglosic situation. And I'll give you example for that. We have diglosic situation over here in Peshawar region, but Pashto is spoken in other regions as well. However, there they speak their own Pashto. Do they? Do they speak their
Yes,
own
ma'am.
Pashto? Yes, they speak
Yes,
their own Pashto dialect. So dialect is associated with the regions, and the way the varieties are different. It's like the way the variety. Do you know the difference between dialect? Do you know the difference between variety and code? Like why can we use it like simultaneously
yes, ma'am.
instead of one another?
Yes, no, I would explain this, ma'am, because here the code is it's a kind of a neutral term.
Mm.
When it comes to variety, language, or so that kind of emotions or feelings are associated with it. So that's why we use code because it's a neutral term.
Okay, so code can be in same dialect. Code is or in same dialect, there can be two um can be two diclosic situations as well within same dialect. Within same dialect, there can be a high variety and a low variety as well.
Yes,
Within
ma'am.
same dialect, there can be a high variety and low variety, because dialect is associated with two, not just two different communities, but also based on the regions as well, also based on the locality as well, or the area as well. Are you getting my
Didn't
point?
get it. No, ma'am, I didn't get it. Then what is the main difference between code variety and a dialect?
See, it's a geographical, it has something to do with with geographical references. That is, um, Khatak people have their own dialect, right? They have their own dialect,
Okay, ma'am.
right? But here in Peshawar, we have Yusufzai dialect, and we have this own dialect. It is based on the regions. It is based on the regions. Why our dialect is a high variety, and why their dialect is a low variety, is because of the significance of this area. The significance of this area.
Can 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 we say, like, because I'm a Urdu speaking person, so it's very easy for me to differentiate between the languages, the Pashto languages that are spoken, the variety of Pashto languages.
Yes.
Like Afridis have a different variety. The Khataks have different. The people from Swat have different. The Bunez and these type of people, they have different. But when they communicate with us, so they speak a different Pashto.
Yes, they speak different Pashto. Yes, this is what I'm trying to tell Manzoor. It when we talk about diglossia is associated not with the regions; it's associated with the community, right? It's associated with the community. So in one community, there can be two different dialects which is spoken, right? And those two different dialects can be used as high and low variety in um, in that specific and in that specific community, right? But at the same time, it is possible for the same community to um, to use other languages as well. Similarly, diglossia can also be informal and formal language in one community. It's not necessary that it is only the dialect. It can be dialect, and it means two dialects, which is considered as two different high and low varieties for a community. Or it can be one language in which the dialect differences are not there, but the formal and informal differences are there, and because of which we consider it as a diclosic situation. Are you clear now?
Okay. Okay, it's all right.
Yes.
Can you how many do you speak Pashto?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Which dialect?
Me, a Bangash dialect.
And Manzoor?
Yusufzai dialect, ma'am.
So it means you are like us. It would be difficult to make you understand. Okay, any of your friend who uses different Pashto, means different dialect, maybe Khatak or other dialect, wo sha jo karte hain.
So ma'am, I speak Bangash dialect, and I totally got your point that diglossic situation can be in a broader sense, like in a language in general.
No,
it
not
can
in the language. Not in the language. In the same language, right? In the same language, for example, Pashto. Pashto is the same language, right? In the same
Yes.
language, that is Pashto, where let's suppose Manzoor has got a friend who is, because Manzoor is not getting the point. So Manzoor has got a friend who speaks Khatak dialect, right? And or Bangash dialect, let's suppose, any dialect. and he also is able to speak he's also able to speak the dialect of what do you say this Yusufzai dialect, because majority of the people who uses Khatak dialect or any other dialect of Pashto are able to speak this Yusufzai dialect as well, due to the importance or significance of this. Am I right?
Yes, this is what
I got it.
I said.
Yes,
I got it.
dialects are divided on the basis of region, that is geographical, and they have distinguished features of vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation all. Vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation all. However, when we talk about the same dialect within, say, for example, when this in Khatak dialect, you have formal and informal variety. One variety is that you speak at home, right? And there will be one variety which is, you know, more formal, that you speak with, that you cannot use such words, or you cannot use such grammar, or you cannot use such things in with the people of you know, in informal communications,
Ma'am,
maybe in
that is what
courts.
we call the social dialect or sociolect.
Yes, this is, see, this is a diclosic situation. Diclosic situation is when you're speaking within one language, you have two varieties of that language, or two codes of that language. It can be informal and formal variety, or it can be, you know, it can be two dialects. But it, for that dialect to be considered as a diclosic situation, it is important for it to be spoken in the same community, by the same community, and must be considered as a high variety and low variety in the same community. Are you getting my point? ऐसे तो
Yes,
देखें,
ma'am, but can you?
ऐसे तो देखें इन आपके पास जो कम्युनिटी, ऐसे तो लैंग्वेजेस में जैसे हमारे पास ब्रिटिश आ गई, और हमारे पास जो है वो अमेरिकन आ गई, ये दो वैरायटीज हैं, ठीक है। बट जब हम, इसी तरह हमारे पास पश्तो में भी है वैरायटी, हमारे पास डायलेक्ट्स हैं। पश्तो में हमारे पास डायलेक्ट्स क्या है, हमारे पास डिफरेंट डायलेक्ट्स हैं, यूसुफजई डायलेक्ट है, दूसरी डायलेक्ट है, दूसरी डायलेक्ट है। लेकिन कुछ कम्युनिटीज ऐसे होती हैं जिनमें आप कोई एक वैरायटी जो है वो हाई कंसिडर करते हैं, और कोई एक वैरायटी को लो कंसिडर करते हैं। अब जैसे हमारी यूसुफजई पश्तो जो है, उसमें कोई ऐसी स्पेसिफिकेशन नहीं है कि एक हाई वैरायटी और एक लो वैरायटी है, मतलब ये पश्तो आप घर में यूज कर सकते हैं और ये पश्तो आप बाहर नहीं यूज कर सकते। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है हमारी यूसुफजई वैरायटी में। एम आई राइट?
यस मैम।
बट देयर आर कम्युनिटीज, मैं तो आपको पश्तो की एग्जांपल्स इसलिए दे रही हूँ क्योंकि आपको, ताकि आपको समझ आ जाए, ठीक है।
जैसे मैम खटक और अफरीदी डायलेक्ट में फिर डिफरेंट वो वैरायटीज होती है हमारे पास।
आपके पास है, बिकॉज आई डोंट नो वेदर खटक हैज डिफरेंट वैरायटीज।
We have
Okay. तो एक वैरायटी जो है वो, एक वैरायटी आप लोग हाई के लिए यूज करते हैं, एक वैरायटी लो के लिए यूज करते हैं, लेकिन ये उस कम्युनिटी को पता है। ओनली दैट कम्युनिटी इज अवेयर ऑफ द यूज ऑफ वन हाई डायलेक्ट इन कोर्ट्स एंड अदर रीजन्स। हाउएवर द अदर इज अवेयर। अब जैसे आपके पास है जो ब्लैक वर्निकुलर है, BVE जिसे हम कहते हैं, ब्लैक वर्निकुलर इंग्लिश, राइट, BVE। तो आपके पास जो ये BVE है, ये आपके पास वो लोग उसमें डिफरेंस है, वहां पर वो उन लोगों को पता है कि ये लो वैरायटी है, एंड यू कैन यूज इट इन यू नो इनफॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन, बट यू कैन नॉट यूज इट इन फॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशंस। अब ये सेम ही लैंग्वेज है, इंग्लिश ही लैंग्वेज है, लेकिन एक BVE कंसिडर होती है और एक जो है वो हाई, मतलब कि BVE जो है वो लो वैरायटी कंसिडर होती है, और एक हाई वैरायटी कंसिडर होती है जो कि फॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन में यूज करते हैं। वो एक ही लैंग्वेज है, लेकिन उस एक ही लैंग्वेज की दो वैरायटीज हैं। और अगर आप सोचे तो वो दो डिफरेंट डायलेक्ट्स भी हैं, है कि नहीं है?
Ma'am, could I
Yes,
utter a
please.
couple of words, if you allow me?
Yes, please.
Basically, as you talked about the dialect already, taking into account David Crystal, that dialect basically, as it has vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar, three things of its own.
Yes.
So, for example, if a person comes from Charsadda, so he comes with Charsadda dialect, Afridi dialect, Swati dialect, and Viruji dialect. Now,
Yes.
talking about Afridi dialect, In Afridi, we use the word, for example, for clouds, we use the word lafe. That is Afridi dialect. But a person who comes from Dir, he also speaks Pashto. It does not mean that he's Pathan. He also speaks Pashto, but for clouds, instead of lati, he comes up, for example, with jamio kapri. Another word, for example, we use here in our area, which we speak our dialect. Basically, we use the word small or wordke. But the same thing is basically replaced in Dir by the word kach, which refers to small.
Yes.
Apart from that, we basically normally, we are also Pathan, we use sugar or chini for that. But people who come other side of the border, the Devon line, they are also Pathan, they also speak Pashto, but they use different word, which is basically Bura. And Bura in our context refers to something different. So basically,
Yes.
we are all Pathan. We are all Pathan, but we use different vocabulary. We say Russia, and the Afridi people say Russia. So now Russia and Russia, basically, they are the same ideas, basically difference in pronunciation. We use the word Gumans, and people who come from Swat, they basically use Mangas. So basically, this Mangas and Gumans, they are basically, we are all Pathan. Those who come from Peshawar and Swat, and we are all Pathan, but using different words in different contexts. So this is basically what, as you already explained, dialect is indeed.
Actually, ma'am, what Fahim is talking about, that
Is
we call
dialect.
that regional dialect.
Yes, regional
Yes, because
dialects.
regional. My question was, ma'am, my question was that there is another variety which we call sociolect. So can we use diglossia and sociolect interchangeably?
I
Because
think you
they have,
can if it is associated with the community.
okay, ma'am.
If it is associated with the community, only then. For example, you're talking about a specific community, right? Means for example, if we take the same community of Pashto speakers, and you're talking of this of and you're talking of that specific community of Pashto speakers, and you say that it is here the term I'm using here the term sociolect for that, then you can use it, right? Then you can use it.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, as he has used two terms such as dialect, sociolect, and we have got the other one, idiolect. What I opine is that basically dialect is basically somehow related to geographical location as 15 or 16 or even 17
Yes.
kilometers. A dialect changes, but basically sociolect, in my point of view, refers to even a community or society in which, for example, we have the community of the doctors in KTH. For example, we have community of teachers in QZ, the staff room. So basically, sociolect refers to the community, and dialect basically refers to the geographical location. And on the other side, idiolect, which refers to individuals' vocabulary or individuals' language choice, which is only limited to each individual. Like my ideology is different from yours. But as a social context or as a community, we are all same. So basically, this is sociolect. If we change our position, if we change our location from Peshawar and we go, suppose to, for example, to Dir or Swat, so definitely we will come across dialect. And here, in one context, we talk about the sociolect, which is basically related to community rather than the geographical location or place itself.
Yes, because see, when we talk about dialect is based on regions. So you have already divided the dialect. So there is Khatak dialect, another dialect, another dialect. It is based on regions and other differences that I've already explained. But the confusion that is with Manzoor is that Manzoor wants to ask whether you can use this sociolect for that or not. So when when we are talking about a community, we can for the diglossia we can use the word sociolect, in a sense that when that sociolect is used, because it's associated with that community, right, with that group, with that community, so then fine, we can use it. We are talking about the same community. We have a diglossic situation in a specific community where one person can use a language for informal communication, and it is associated with the with certain domains as well. For example, a high variety is always spoken. It is already divided in domains, just the way in sociolect. or just the way it's divided on the basis of, you know, people. So for example, if we are using a high variety in the place of let's suppose in with the doctor, you can use high variety, you have to use high variety in with the doctor, right? But you cannot use that high variety at home, because it's because at home you have to use informal or you know, the low variety. Are you clear now, Manzoor?
And now I'm clear.
Clear, right?
Ma'am, like,
Is there any confusion?
Clear.
ma'am,
No, ma'am.
ma'am,
It's
like
clear.
in Yusuf said, we said taso in formal and in high variety, and we said in low variety. There is
Yes,
also.
and there are and there are varieties of Pashto where people they do not go for these taso differences. They don't have taso differences. They use taso for elders. They use taso for every they
Yes.
use ta for everyone. There is no
Yes.
taso there.
That is a matter of formality and informality. The proximity that we have got with the interlocutor. So if we are speaking to the elder ones, we use tasu, and if we are talking to our friends or the younger ones, so then we use the. So I think that is not that
Yes,
issue.
that is associated with the formal and informal, but then again there is this difference. See, you have to be very, very careful in sociolinguistics. These are the, I'm left with 10 minutes in this session, okay? You have to be very careful when it comes to this sociolinguistics, because the boundaries are very fuzzy. So you should be clear. If you're not clear, then even if you're not clear about one concept, the other concepts will not make sense. You'll be confused. So you have to be very careful. If you have any question, you just ask right away here. So in see,
I
code can be high and low. Code may vary from domains to domains, right? So when I'm talking to my mother, this is a code that I'm using. When see, remember, I just gave this example to you, that if a husband is or a wife is actually using informal communication, so how does a person know that, sorry, in formal language, and you know, how does a person know that it is a formal code? It is a code, right? It's a code. It's not a variety. It's not this variety which is different. It's a code. So code can be formal, code can be informal, code can be using very harsh language, code can be using very, you know, a language which is very sophisticated. Even code is something where you bring difference in the kind of you know, the way you speak things. When you change your tone as well, right? So this is something which comes in. Code is comes with very minute differences, and that is why we call it a code. Variety and code are sometimes used simultaneously as well, right? Then dialect, we have already talked about dialect, so I will not go into detail of that. You know what is the difference, what is dialect, how would you differentiate? And bilingualism and diglosia are situations based on communities' use of language, right? Use of their language. And if you see over here, as we discussed, if I can go back to this so that it's clear to you all. For diglosia, these things are important. And if you see, it's all associated with, you know, the way you use a language. That is, it's associated with high and the low variety, where you are using it, and with and what is the function that the language is performing, I mean the variety is performing. It is associated with the function. However, when it comes to dialect is associated with the regions. It has nothing to do with the functions. Clear? Is everyone gone, or?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
it's
Clear.
clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me go through this just in a, you know, in a hurry, because I'm left with 6 minutes and I cannot send you another session, because that's going to be like, you know, 4 sessions. Okay. So here we have, there are situations where communities are bilingual and at the same time they have diglossic situations. I hope diglossia is clear now. Means there is one language in which two different varieties are considered as high and low, and people know and they use it in that way, right? For that they have used plus signs because these both signs are plus here. uh, However, there are certain communities in which bilingualism is there, but without diglossia. Means people use two different languages, like just the way we use two or three different languages, but we don't have, but there is no differentiation between, this is high variety and this is low variety. There's no such thing. There are communities where bilingualism is there, means people use two different languages, but within those languages there is no such difference, like one language is used the way that language is used. For example, in Yusufzai Pashto, we, even if we use taso or ta, it would vary from person to person. It's not dependent on, the varieties that we are the sorry the two different codes that we are using, right? So for we use one simple Pashto, or we, along with that, we use English, or let's suppose we use that would make us multilingual. But just for an example, um, if we use only if we are only speaking Urdu, and we speak Pashto, and there is no other variety in that, and there is no other high and low variety, and the situations are different, that in this variety we are going to use this English, or this in this situation we are going to use this type of English. No, there's no such difference. The kind of English that we use for the teachers, with the teachers, or the kind of English that we use at home with my sister or with my brother, the kind of English that I use in the class is similar to the normal English that everyone else is using. So it's like, there is no diglossia here. In the situation, we use two different languages, and that's it. There is no diglossic situation. There are communities, and for that there is this minus, but there is this plus, because bilingualism is there, but diglossia is not there. Minus. Diglossia is not there, but bilingualism is there, plus. But then there is this minus, that is, in bilingualism there is no bilingualism, but diglossia is there, plus. So diglossia without bilingualism is also possible. That is, there is this one language which is spoken in that community, for example, America. However, there is a high variety and a low variety. Means that there is no other language which is spoken, which is unlike Canada. Unlike Canada, because in Canada we have two languages, right? So in one community there are two languages which are spoken, but there is no diglossic situation can be possible. However, in one community there can be diglossia without bilingualism as well. That is no other language, just one language, but with two different varieties. Yes, someone is saying something. Yes. Manzoor, switch off your mic.
Okay, sorry, ma'am.
Okay, then there are places, or there are communities where neither there is diglossia nor bilingualism, right? So there is a possibility that a country is a monolingual country, just like America. But in America there is a diglossic situation. However, a country may not have a diglossic situation, means there is no high and low variety. One language is spoken in all situations, in every situation. This, however, is very rare to find. Are you clear?
Clear, ma'am, but I think 2 minutes are left. I have a questions and I would ask it very quickly.
Yes.
When the religious sermons are delivered in the masjids on Friday, so the Moli Sahib, he sometimes uses Arabic, and then he switches to the Pashto. So whether it is just code switching, or
Yes,
can we
it's
include that in
just
the equation?
no. You cannot. It's just code switching. You're quoting. No, it does not come in that situation, diglossia situation. It's just code switch. It's just code switching.
Okay, ma'am, that's clear.
Ma'am, could I
Yes.
ask a question?
Yes,
Why
please.
don't we have why don't we have other classes?
Sorry,
Why don't we have other classes?
you have other classes.
We don't have.
No, yes,
There's
ma'am,
We
he's
haven't.
correct. We just
We
have
there's
your
haven't.
class.
online.
We don't have any
We
class.
even haven't seen the teachers or their voice even.
Okay, that's because every teacher has been given a choice, either to upload the lectures, which are, I mean, what do they call it? I'm left with 1 minute. Either the presentations with the recorded audio, or they can go for Zoom. So I always prefer to, have interactive classes with the students. So that is why I have
That is
opted for
much better,
this.
ma'am. That is much better because we can't understand the uploaded material. We can understand
You
We-
should
this
at
better.
least read by yourself. Come
Ma'am,
prepared
we
for the
haven't
next
have-
class.
we haven't seen anything, no recordings, no even we haven't seen
No,
any
it's there on.
Zoom or
Yes, dear, it's there on LMS. It's been uploaded. It's been uploaded.
Yes, you should.
no.
You should go and check.
Afshin,
Yes.
basically you are a new bird. It's just your first day or might be first class with us. So basically
There
you
is
even
no
in the previous
recordings. I'll check. And I'll.
There
tell
are,
you.
ma'am. There are. He hasn't gone on the LMS. They are. Sir has given. Sir
No,
Ishaq has given